Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be another wrap-up. I know I posted 2 wrap-ups in a row, but it's because I haven't filmed anything because I've been busy. I'm a full-time corporate working girly now, so videos are a little harder to film. But this is my July wrap-up. It's currently August 3rd when I'm filming this, so happy August, and let's get started with the books I read in the month of July. Okay guys, I'm going to start with my first read of the month, which was my Powerless reread by Lauren Roberts in anticipation for the sequel Reckless that was coming out in the beginning of July. So I had myself a nice little Powerless reread. I'm gonna be totally and completely honest with you guys. I didn't love it the second time around as much as I did the first time. The first time I read this book, I was in love, and that was only like, I want to say a year ago. Maybe a little less than a year. And it just like didn't hit the same the second time. And that's always the risk you take when rereading a book, especially if like it's something that was like really popular, you read it on the cusp of its popularity. And so sometimes your opinion can be swayed just a little bit, and then you reread it and you're kind of just like, wasn't as good the second time. But 5 stars nonetheless. I don't change ratings. I keep my first time rating. I don't think I've changed a rating of a book, not that I'm aware of, but it was a good time anyway. I'm glad it was a nice little refresher for me. And then I went on to Powerful, which is the novella, which is Adina's story. And if you guys know who Adina is, then you know like what happens. But this is just a little, I don't want to say gap. It's not a gap of time because these sequence of events take place the same time the first book takes place. So it's not a gap of time because it's the same chronological order as Powerless. But it was good nonetheless. I rated it a 4. You know, it was 200 pages, nothing crazy. And next, which the main star of the show, was Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This was the build up to this, and I rated it a 4. It fell short a little bit, just for me. I think anytime there's a trilogy, the second book always is just slower pace. There's not as much that's going on. I felt this book was very repetitive, as in the same thing kind of just happened it was like a circle of events that kind of just like kept happening one after the other, and then it kept going. And if you know the plot of the book, then like you know why that is. So I rated it a 4, and I'm really excited for the last one, the conclusion of the story. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like talking negatively about books, so I could go on a long tangent about it, but I'm not going to. Okay, so the next book I picked up was The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez, because if you guys don't know, I read the other set of interconnected standalones. So I read Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer. And then the second set is The Friend Zone, The Happily Ever After playlist, and then Life's Too Short. And so I read The Friend Zone this month, and I rated it a 5 star. I really loved it. I don't think I loved it more than the other set of interconnected standalones, but this one really packed a punch that I was not expecting, and I don't know why, because if you guys know Abby Jimenez, and you know she writes very like soul crushing books and then gives them a happy ending, and then you thank her for doing that to you and putting you through the most pain ever. But that was that. And then Jessica Joyce's new release, The X-Files, came out, and if you guys don't know, I loved You with a View, one of my all-time favorite books. And so I was really looking forward to reading The X-Files, especially because everyone I know got an arc, and I was seeing it for like months and months and months. And I didn't realize it was a new release because I just saw everyone reading it. So I went to go buy it, and it was like, it's not out until next week. And I was like, oh, interesting. So I read it on release week, and I rated it a 4 star. I didn't love it as much as You with the View, but I still loved it. Second chance, exes, their best friend's wedding, and they have to like put on a show because they can't know, their best friend can't know that they like haven't talked in forever, or like they just like aren't as cool as they pretend to be around each other. And it's just great. I love it. I love when they like band together with like sets of rules to like keep the peace. And if you guys see, it's getting darker because it's about to storm, so I'm really trying to finish this before it starts pouring. So that's why I'm talking like rapid fire here. But the next book I read was Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. Oh my god, this book, so good. I did not expect to like this book as much as I did. I've heard great things, and I was kind of hesitant to start it, especially when there was hype around a book. You kind of just want to take a minute and like form your own opinions, but safe to say 5 stars for me. I cannot wait for the next one, and I need it like immediately. The good thing, it's only a duology, so there's only going to be 2, but it doesn't come out until next year, so that's kind of painful and sad. But okay, and then I read Business Casual by B.K. Borson, and let me tell you a little backstory about this book. My good friend Emma has been telling me to read the Love Light Farm series by B.K. Borson for about, I want to say like a year now, or whenever the first one came out. And I was like, never gonna read it, never gonna read it, never gonna read it. So I didn't read books 1, 2, and 3. This is book 4, and she was like, you have to read it. And I was like, I probably won't, but cool, yeah, I'll think about it. And then I decided to pick it up randomly one day, and so good. 5 stars. 5 stars. And I'm like upset with myself that I didn't read the first 3, because obviously it's interconnected standalones and you see cameos of the first 3 couples, and the fact that I don't know their backstory makes me really sad. Because I love this, and if this book has the same energy as the other 3, then I could have been having a good time a long time ago. But this one was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Friends benefits, thank you. And I loved it so much, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't read it until now, and now I have to go back and read books 1, 2, and 3. But when will I do that? I don't know. I have to purchase them. That's the start, and then once I purchase them, I'll probably just like read them back to back. Last book of the month was Coach by Devney Perry. I read it on my Kindle just because I needed like a quick, easy read. And the 3rd book in that series is coming out, I think at the end of the month, maybe. And I rated that one a 3. It was cute, nothing special, nothing crazy, but it was a good time anyway. And it was a great way to wrap up my month. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was 8 books in the month of July. And I would give you an August TBR, but I don't have one set in place, which is really unlike me. But I don't know. I have this huge cart of books and a huge stack of fantasies I need to get to, but I'm kind of in the fantasy mood, and I can tell you the only book that's like definitively on my TBR is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker, and I've already started it, so that's all the information you're gonna get about my August TBR. Oh, I also think I'm gonna be doing a buddy read with one of my friends on book Instagram, so that's gonna be exciting. We said August. I don't know when in August. Honestly, it'll probably be my next read. I just hope it doesn't take me too long to read When the Moon Hatched, because that book is like 700 pages and I'm only at 125. So anyway, that was my wrap up. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.